What's up, Woodworking Nation, and welcome to Armor of God Woodworks. As you can see, we are on the road today, and we're not going to be doing any woodworking. So, you know, we don't just stay in the shop all the time. We do have a life outside of the shop, and that's what we're going to let you in on today, is what we do for our extracurricular activities. Now, we are riding around in South Georgia right now. We are in the coveted Billy Bob 3500 dually riding down the road. So what we're doing is we're headed to the airport, and me and Cash, my son, we're in the Civil Air Patrol. I'm a senior member, and he is a cadet senior airman. And so we're headed to the airport to do some O flights. Once we get there, I'll let you see what the airport's like, and you know, we'll go through and show the airplane and do a couple of things here and there. I don't know if we'll get any footage in the air because I'm not going to be able to fly today. So I can't fly the plane as a senior member. All I can do is just ride along if there's an extra space. And today there's not going to be any extra space. So we'll get some footage of the airplane. We'll try to get the pilot in there and a couple other things that we're going to do. And so we'll catch you when we get there.
Alright, so I'm Cash, and I'm in the Civil Air Patrol, and we're flying today. We do like search and rescue, and we do O flights every few weeks, so we can, it's basically working up to get our pilot's license. So that's I think that's the Cessna 182 Skylane that we have, and that little like white box on the bottom of it is like a little radar. So that's how we search for people. And so we do like the search and rescue stuff, and so there's different levels in our flying. So today we're practicing like stalls and slow flight, and we're demonstrating search and rescue. So we're gonna go up. I'm flying first, solo. Well, not solo, but no other cadet's gonna be in the plane. And I'm a level 3, so we're gonna go up and we're gonna demonstrate what the plane can do when it's put to its limits. So that's what we do in the Civil Air Patrol.
All right, so we're back at the airport. They've gone through pre-flight on everything that they're doing, and so they're fixing to go up and do a level 3. I'm not really sure what all they're going to end up doing, but this is the plane they're going in. It's really awesome that these kids are able to do this, and that they're able to, you know, if they want to go into the military, that they're able to start out this early. Most of these kids are between 12 and you have to be 12 to 18 years old to be in the Civil Air Patrol as a cadet. You can be a senior member at other times, but to be a cadet, you have to be between the ages of 12 and 18 years old. Cash is 12, and this is his third flight. I'm not sure how much controlling he'll be able to do this time, but these kids are taught from a very early age about how to handle the aircraft and how to handle themselves in the aircraft, because you never know what's going to go on. I mean, you're flying something, you're floating on air currents, and so you're just, you know, maintaining altitude, maintaining speed, and maintaining basically the control of the airplane. So these kids are taught from a very early age how to do that and not to panic in situations, which is very important when you're in the air. So they're going to take this one up, and then they'll come back. They'll probably be on about a 45-minute flight. So anyways, whenever they come back, we'll come out here and do another video post-flight, and we'll talk with Cash and see how everything went. So y'all sit tight. We'll be right back. All right, so they're lined up for their third flight. They will climb to 3,000 feet, fly within a 5-mile radius of the airport. So they will be staying pretty close. I'm not sure that I'll be able to really see what they're doing or film them in the air just because of how far away they'll be. But anyways, there they go. Cash's third flight with the Civil Air Patrol, and he is excited. And I'm very excited about his career being a pilot. He is extremely good at flying a plane. He is just silky smooth and enjoys everything about airplanes. And the only thing about today, it's about 9:45. It's 85 degrees. Heat index is 95 already. We are under heat warnings for today with heat indexes reaching up to 112 degrees. So we are at the Statesboro Airport. This is the Statesboro Airport in Statesboro, Georgia. And there's all the hangars and everything back there. FBO is here. And so that's where all the pilots go in there and hang out whenever they come in and land. So all of you movie buffs that know everything about movies, out there, right out there, is runway 24. Runway 24 is where the movie Devotion was filmed, as far as where all the aircraft carrier scenes. And that's in Statesboro, Georgia. Devotion has got Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell in it. It's a very good movie if you hadn't seen it. If you want to see where they did the aircraft carrier filming, it was done right there, runway 24, Statesboro, Georgia, at the Statesboro Airport. So anyways, all y'all that like to go around and look at movie sets and where things were done, that's where this was done. So anyways, whenever Cash comes back in and lands, we'll come back out here and talk with him after they do their debrief and see how he did. See y'all in a minute. All right, so Cash has done his third O flight for Civil Air Patrol, and I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about it. And so Cash, why don't you tell us about that number 30 flight, what it's all about?
So we went up and we flew mainly around where we're flying. So like this airport, we flew like probably 10 miles away, 20 miles. But we went up to 3,000 feet and we practiced our slow flight, which like we fly at almost stall speed. So like we're just basically like hovering in the sky.
So what's that, 50 knots?
About. And then we did a stall. That was fun. It's like you go up and then you cut back the power and the nose drop. That was really fun. And then we practiced. We looked for an airfield because we were practicing search and rescue. So we flew around looking for that airfield. It was a little grass airfield, so it blends in with everything. And then we came back here to land. It took us about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So it was fun.
All right, so the main thing right now that we're trying to get across to is if your kids are interested in anything in aviation, Civil Air Patrol is a good place to start. They can start getting some flight time, see if they have the ability to enjoy flight, because with it being as hot as it is today, it can get kind of bumpy up there. It can make you feel a little bit queasy. So it's good to start them out early if they're looking at getting into if they're wanting to go into a career in aviation. Getting them used to, the way it is up there in the air right now is a good way to get them. If you start flying when you're older, it's a little bit harder to overcome some of the air sickness. But if you get used to it when you're younger, then you overcome it a lot faster, and then you can get, you don't get sick like you would, if you start flying when you're older. If you're not interested in, any aviation whatsoever, the Civil Air Patrol still is a good option for you, for a senior member or children 12 to 18 years old, because you can get into ground operations where you actually go out on search and rescue missions. You don't have to fly at all. If you don't like flying, you don't have to, because we still need ground operations people that can operate radios, that can be on the ground search, helping with the pilots in the air, because the pilots are directing people where to go by what they can see from, probably about 1,000 in altitude. So if you're looking at getting your kids involved in something really cool that's military affiliated, this is the United States Air Force Auxiliary, the Civil Air Patrol is. So if you're looking at getting your children interested in the military, or if your children are interested in the military, this is a good place to start to get them used to it. All these guys just got back from encampment in Gainesville, Georgia. They learned a lot of cool stuff. It is a military environment, so it's not like going to, 4-H camp or something like that. This is serious, legit. You got military officers there from the Air Force that are teaching these kids the way things are done in the military. So it is really good for them. So if you're really interested in doing something to help the United States in search and rescue, recovery, and stuff like that, the Civil Air Patrol is awesome. And as a senior member, you can get all kind of technical certifications. You can go on special, you can get like technical ratings. You can get on special courses that, where you can do emergency services and stuff like that. I'm actually the character development instructor at the Georgia 451 SER wing, and there's our lieutenants leaving. All of our flights are over for today. So get into it as a senior member, get into it as a cadet, work your way up, get your ranks up, and it's a really, really cool thing to be a part of. I highly recommend it to everyone. So anyways, get out there, get your kids involved.
And sometimes you can help out at air shows, and sometimes you can hang out with the Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, all them. And it's a really cool organization to join.
Yeah, if you want to meet some really cool cats, meet the Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, meet some of the other military pilots. But the coolest thing about the Civil Air Patrol is these cadets. This is really cool. You tell people your kid's 12 years old and he flies an airplane, that's something to be proud of, and I'm really proud of my son. He does a wonderful job. He's a really good pilot. He's going to be a really good pilot once he gets his license. But it keeps these kids involved, and it keeps us as parents involved too in what our children are doing, and it gives us a chance for some excitement. So anyways, get out there, get your kids involved, you get involved, let them meet some cool people, let them do some cool stuff, and I promise you won't regret it. So anyways, that's Armor of God Woodworks. We're on the road at the Statesboro Airport. So anyways, maybe next time we come back to you, we might have a woodworking video, but who knows? We're all over the place. But anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget to put Jesus Christ first, and always make Jesus Christ first. And make sure you know that, make sure your kids know that, and make sure you live by that. Y'all have a blessed day, and stay cool.